Hi YouTube! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This will be the first video of my prep series that I am launching today. It is Thursday the 11th. It's like 11 a.m.-ish. I actually took today off work because of the long weekend of the LA Fit Expo, and whenever we work in Expo, we actually get a paid day off the week after. So today is my day off to just kind of catch up on everything, and I felt like it would be a really good time to get you guys caught up. And because I started my prep, I'm like 16 and 2 days out right now. So I'm a little bit more than 16 days out from my next show, which is going to be May 5th. I do compete for the INBA, PNBA, which I talked about in my first video, which basically just means it is a natural organization. It is 100% drug tested, which I love. So here we go. I want to keep you guys informed on my entire prep. I want to tell you about my mindset, how my last prep went, why I'm doing things the way that I'm doing them, my training, my cardio, supplementation, meal plans. I don't know if I already said that, but I want to keep you guys informed for the entire thing so you can really get a good idea of what it's like to do a prep, whether you are hoping to do your own prep in the future, or if you are just, if you're just into the fitness industry and you just kind of want an idea of what goes on and what it takes to complete a successful prep. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Like you saw this morning, I did weigh in this morning at 150.9 pounds. My last show, which was in September, I weighed in at 137 pounds, which is a little bit more than what I wanted to be at. I'm really hoping this show to weigh in at about 135. I feel like that's a really good number for me to step on stage. Last prep, I came into show day and I was about like 9.5% body fat, which is done with calipers. So that's how I track my body fat. This prep, I will track my body fat as well throughout the entire thing. That's my favorite way to track progress, to make sure that I'm doing the right things on the right track and that I'll hit my body fat and weight goal by the time that show day comes around. So about 2 weeks ago, I got my body fat tested again, and I was at 17% body fat. So I have gained, quite a bit of body fat over the past 6 months, but it was definitely needed. My body needed it, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. But so I have quite a bit of body fat to lose. Like I said, I'm really hoping to come in to this show at about my absolute goal would be like 7.5, 8. But after you hit like the 10% body fat mark, those last 2 or 3 body fat percentages are just so hard to lose. So we'll see what happens, but I will definitely keep you guys informed on how my body fat and weight changes over the next 16 weeks. So like I said, I did my last show was in September, and it was a really good prep. I was really proud of what I was able to bring to the stage, but my body just didn't quite respond to my diet and training and cardio the way that I would have liked it to. We ended up having to do a lot of cardio and dip my calories very, very low to get my body where it needed to be. And just a disclaimer, I just want to throw this out there, whether you are going to do a prep in the future, or if you're just, an active lifestyle person who's trying to lose a little bit of body fat, just a disclaimer, bodybuilding shows are very extreme. It's definitely not healthy. I wouldn't recommend it if you're just trying to, live a healthy lifestyle. It's extreme. It's extreme training, it's extreme diet, it's extreme cardio. You live at an extremely low body fat, and it's not maintainable year round. So please, as I'm going through this and I'm telling you guys my, my macros and my cardio and my training and my meal plans, like, please do not copy them. I love sharing the information with you guys, and I want to give you as much information as I can, but I really, really, really would hate it for someone to follow along on this series and copy everything that I'm doing and then come out of it just not healthy. If you're not doing a prep, please don't follow it. If you are doing a prep, find a coach that can make your plan based on you and your personal goals. We're all so different, and these numbers, this meal plan, this cardio, this training that I'm going to go through for the next 16 weeks is specific to me and specific to my own body. You need to figure out what's specific to you and to your own body. So please, again, this is, as you see me get low calorie, it's not what I recommend for everyone to do. If you're watching this, please don't take what I say to be gospel, because it's definitely not. It's very, very extreme. We know that, and we put our bodies through it because we love the sport, we love the push, we love the goal setting. But yeah, it's definitely extreme, and it's not just for the everyday average lifestyle person. It's not healthy. Please don't just copy what I'm doing and do it for yourself. So now that that's out there, I just want everyone to understand that because it's so important. But now that that's out there, go back to where I was. My last prep, like I said, my body didn't adjust well. I had to go very low calorie, very high cardio to get my body into the lean state that it needed to be for me to get on stage and to be competitive. So because of that, once prep was over, I was drained. So I took it kind of upon myself, and I didn't compete anymore for the rest of the year, which I actually had 2 more shows planned. But because I was so low calorie and I was so my body was just done, I decided to not compete for the rest of the year. And instead of doing kind of like a reverse diet where you keep your calories low and you slowly build up, which helps with like not putting on a lot more body fat and that kind of thing, I actually just jumped straight into a high calorie diet so that my body could regulate, my hormones would get back to normal, just my mind, everything about my body, it just needed to reset. So I went higher calorie right off the bat, which I did put on more body fat than I was hoping to, but it's okay. My hormones regulated, I felt a lot better, and I was able to really put a lot of work in the gym, lifting really heavy to build more muscle, which I really needed to do to be able to be super competitive on stage. So I do feel like since September, I have been pretty successful. I feel like my metabolism has regulated. It's ready for me to drop down in calories again. If your metabolism's kind of shot, once you do drop calories, your body might not accept it the right way. It might not lose fat the way that you're wanting it to, and you're gonna have to go even lower. So allowing my metabolism to regulate, I'm higher calorie now, so that means I don't have to drop as low during this prep, hopefully. Hopefully my body kind of sees what's going on and accepts it and does what it's supposed to do. So, and that also means I don't have to do as much cardio, which is great because cardio takes a lot of time and I absolutely hate it. So it's good. As far as my mindset goes, like I said, I took a pretty long off season. I built quite a bit of muscle, I feel like, I hope. And I'm definitely ready to start this next prep. So with that said, here we go. My meal plan for the next 16 weeks, I have a pretty set meal plan, but it also just depends on what my body does throughout this prep. As of right now, I am currently at 1,700 calories. I do not track macros. I actually have a set meal plan, and it's kind of like a bro diet meal plan where it's like chicken, rice, veggies, sweet potatoes, fish, extra lean ground turkey, oatmeal, egg whites. Like, that's basically what I'm going to be eating for the next 16 weeks. The amounts just change a little bit. So I'm at 1,700 calories now. I'm doing those calories. The plan is to do that amount of calories for the next 8 weeks. And then for the next 4 weeks after that, so up to 12 weeks into my prep, I will drop to a 1,500 calorie-ish meal plan. And then the last 4 weeks of my prep, I will be around a 1,300 meal plan, but I will be carb cycling, so I'll have low days and high days within my last 4 weeks. So that's how that's gonna go if all goes as planned. Like I said, sometimes your body doesn't react like you are expecting it to, and you have to change things up because you have a timed goal. You know what I mean? You have to hit a certain leanness and a certain weight by a set date. So if it's not going as planned, sometimes you have to change things up. As far as training and cardio goes, these next 4 weeks, I'm going to be continuing to lift heavy. I'm actually doing a full body workout 5 days a week. So instead of doing a normal bodybuilding split that most people do, like arms one day, chest and shoulders one day, back one day, legs a couple times a week, that kind of thing, I'm actually doing, I work my entire body 5 days a week. So each workout I'm doing a couple different exercises for every body part. But it has a really big emphasis on my legs, and glutes and shoulders and back, because that's definitely what I need to focus on the most. That's what I need to bring the most conditioning on for the division that I'm in, because I do bikini. So that's definitely the thing that the judges are looking for the most, and the thing that I need to work on the most. So, hi Bill, what's up? Hi, how's it going? So that's how the training's gonna go. As far as cardio goes, for the first 8 weeks, I'm gonna be doing 45 minutes of cardio a day. And then for the next 4 weeks, I will be doing 45 minutes probably in the morning, and then 30 minutes after my workout. And then the last 4 weeks is 45 in the morning and 45 at night. So I'm definitely doing a lot of cardio, but it is a little bit more of like a medium state cardio. It's not too much of a HIIT cardio, although I do throw that in every once in a while when I have extra energy, just because I love it. So that's how that's gonna go. Supplements, of course, I will be utilizing Gains and Bulk supplements because I do compete in drug-tested organization. I have to be super, super careful about what supplements I take, but luckily Gains and Bulk supplements are all WADA compliant, which WADA stands for World Anti-Doping Agency. They're all WADA compliant, so I know that no matter what I take, if I take Gains and Bulk supplements, I'm never going to test dirty on a drug test. So that is great. It's a great way to just know that I'm good and not have to worry about it, because there's been plenty of people who test dirty not realizing that they're taking something, but it's just because that it's in a certain supplement that they take, and they don't even know that it's in there. So you have to be super careful sometimes about what supplements you take. But in a different video, I'm going to go through all the supplements, explain why I take them, how much I take, when I take them, to kind of give you guys just a good idea on how that works. So I think that is all I needed to tell you guys for this time. Of course, like I said, as the weeks go by, in each video, I will kind of sit down and tell you what's changing with my workouts and that kind of thing. Oh, I did forget to tell you. So my training after these next 4 weeks, because these 4 weeks I'm doing the full body 5 days a week. After that, the next 12 weeks I do a normal bodybuilding split. So I do, like arms one day, chest and shoulders one day, back one day, that kind of thing. So I'll definitely keep you guys informed on that, and I'll also be posting full workout videos so that you guys can see what my training consists of. So I think that's it. I'm going to head to the gym in just a little bit. I will record that workout for you. Today is Thursday, so today is mostly a focus on shoulders, back, and legs. So that's what the workout's going to consist of for the most part, and then get my 45 minutes of cardio done. So yeah, if there's anything that you guys would like to see in these videos, anything that I tried to explain it the best I could, but it's kind of hard to explain this stuff in 15 minutes just because there's so much that goes into it. So if there's anything that was like kind of confusing or anything that I didn't touch on that you guys want me to explain, please comment below and I'll be happy to explain those details for you. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see the workout, just keep watching and I'll post it right after this clip.
All right, so before I start my workout, I am mixing up my Gains and Bulk BCAAs and glutamine, and then I also added a True Lemon water flavoring packet to give it a little better taste. And then I'm also taking 3 of the Gains and Bulk NO-Chews. They're chewable that has creatine, nitric oxide boosting nitrates, and natural energy for really good pre-workout chewable. To warm up, I'm using my Gains and Bulk glute circle and just doing like a sidewalk skip kind of thing on the treadmill. I do 20 seconds on each leg for 3 sets. Next, I'm doing these cable squat walks. I go up and then back 2 times, and it's on a pretty heavy weight, and just go as slow as you can. And these are really good warm-up or something that you can add to the end of your workout to really finish off your legs. Next is box jumps. These are a really great way to warm up your legs before any compound movements. Here I am doing just a conventional deadlift. I'm going to do 2 sets of 8 reps with a pretty heavy weight. The key to these is just to keep your feet shoulder width apart. Try not to pull with your back. Use your legs as much as possible. And I'm moving right into a tricep actually of these straight arm pull downs. The key to these is just to keep your arms as straight as possible and pull with your lats. I'm going to do 12 reps of these and then 12 reps of the other 2 exercises, and then complete that circuit 3 times. So after the straight arm pull downs, I move straight into the cable face pulls. A tricep is similar to a superset where you just perform multiple exercises, one right after the other with minimal rest in between. And then you perform that circuit of exercises however many times you like. Now I'm performing cable lateral raises. I try to keep the weight pretty light with these just because they are more difficult, but they're a really great way to work that lateral delt, which will help you get that cap in your shoulder that a lot of people are looking for. Like I said, this is a tri-set, so I'm going to do 12 reps of this as well, and then as soon as I'm done with this, I will rest for about 30 seconds and then jump right back into the straight arm cable pull downs that I did at the beginning of this tri-set. Now I'm going to do 2 sets of 8 reps of an Arnold shoulder press. Sorry about the angle here and not being able to see the complete exercise. I'm still trying to get the hang of where to place my phone when I'm videoing these exercises. But basically I'm just extending my arm straight up above my head and then rotating the dumbbell and coming down. A controlled movement is really the key with these. Next, I'm going to be doing a combination of lateral raises and front raises with the dumbbell. I have 10-pound dumbbells here just because that's a pretty good weight for me. And basically, I'm just going to do 2 sets until failure. So for this set, I'm just going to go as long as I can, alternating between the 2 movements until I can't go anymore, and then rest for about 30 seconds and then do it one more time. Next is a dual lat pull down. I'm using a corner cable machine here and just simply sitting on my feet and pulling the cables down with my lats. I'm going to perform 3 sets of 8 reps of this movement, and I'm using a pretty heavy weight here. Next is a seated single arm horizontal row. Just using a cable attachment, simply sitting down and pulling with my lat to bring that weight back. I really try to imagine my shoulder blades swallowing my spine when I do these, just to really engage and pull with my lat rather than my tricep. And I'm going to do 2 sets of 15 reps of these. Last exercise is some jump squats. This is a really great way to finish off your workout. Plyometrics are super tough and always really challenging for me. So I'm going to do 2 sets of 20 jump squats to finish off my workout. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe so you can get notifications on future videos.